The Jeep Meridian is perhaps that one SUV that a lot of us have been waiting for to get launched this year. And shortly before it goes on sale, we're getting a chance to drive the new Meridian and also tell you what it feels like to drive, because this is a very strategic product for Jeep India, and of course it's an elder sibling to the highly impressive Jeep Compass, and we are driving it on road and off it too. Of course, Jeep has ensured there's enough distinction between the two SUVs, but there are certain similarities to the Jeep Compass. That said, this one certainly looks a lot grander, and in my books, I think it certainly reminds me of the Jeep Grand Cherokee.
There's a sense of grandeur to the Meridian, especially from the front. It uses what in my opinion is the right mix of chrome and gloss black plastics on its trademark 7-slat grille, which contributes to the effect besides the sleekness of the grille and headlamp units both. I also like the little cut on the front edges of the hood, which makes for a sharper appearance for the headlamps. The front bumper also gets a fat bar of chrome from end to end and a strip of chrome at the bottom, which add to its sense of luxury. The Meridian is also longer, taller and wider than the Compass, which helps in making for a more impressive off-road presence, besides also making it more spacious inside.
Move to the sides though and you'll instantly notice how different and how bigger the Meridian here looks, and it has that full-bodied appeal of a 3-row SUV from the sides. But one of my favorite angles to look at this SUV has to be the rear.
I really like the Meridian's tail lamp design, as the tail lamps look very distinctive when lit up, besides which the generous amounts of chrome on the tailgate and rear bumper both add to the SUV's appeal. The design of the 18-inch wheels on the Meridian deserves a mention too, as they look very distinctive again with their two-tone finish and certainly add to the Meridian's charm. The Meridian's wheelbase is also longer than the Compass, which adds to its visual appeal as a large 3-row SUV. The overall design is thus very universal, and the Meridian certainly looks very appealing from all angles.
The interiors here remind me of the interiors of the Compass, and that's because the dashboard design is exactly the same. The switches here, the center console, it's all the same as the Compass, but that's not a bad thing at all, because this is really a very good looking cabin thanks to the design, the choice of materials, the surface finishes, the quality levels, and of course the equipment levels. You've got a 10.2-inch display for the instrument cluster, 10-inch display for the infotainment system, which uses Uconnect, a fully connected tech proprietary system from Jeep itself. And of course it feels a lot more premium than the Compass, and that's thanks to the colors like the brown for the leather, the quilted finish on the seats. It's all really meant to feel a lot more premium here.
Despite the cabin design being the same, Jeep has ensured the Meridian's cabin is a cut above the Compass's in terms of luxury. And besides the choice of materials and surface finishes, it's also the fit finish levels that impress, adding to the cabin's luxurious feel. I really like the brown leather used on the dashboard rib, door trims and seat covers, besides which the seats feel perfectly cushioned and are very supportive too. The second row is spacious, and the large panoramic sunroof adds to the cabin's spacious feel further, which means the Meridian will impress the chauffeur-driven lot of buyers too. Accessing the third row is easy, as a single lever lets you flip and tumble the second row of seats forward. However, climbing into the third row and occupying it will be a bit of a squeeze for adults, and the space is best suited to kids. What shines overall though are the Meridian's high fit finish levels, which make it feel very premium inside. Jeep will offer the Meridian in 2 trims only, and that means you can expect it to be a feature-rich SUV as demanded by buyers in the segment. And with the 10-inch infotainment display and Uconnect 5 system being carried over from the Compass, along with the 9-speaker audio system from Alpine, the Meridian impresses with its equipment list. The infotainment screen looks very crisp and also integrates 360-degree view, which is a boon in tight spots and also helped us when driving the Meridian off-road. The Meridian is also equipped with one Type-C and one Type-A USB port up front, along with wireless charging and wireless smartphone connectivity. And yes, it gets ventilated front seats too, in case you were wondering. The Meridian also impresses on the safety front and will be offered with 6 airbags as standard, along with features like hill start and hill descent, ESC, a tire pressure monitoring system and more.
Unlike the Compass, there is no petrol engine on offer here, and the Meridian is going to go on sale only with the same 2-liter diesel engine that we have seen in the Compass, and the outputs are the same, which is 170 PS and 350 Newton meters. mated to the same 9-speed torque converter automatic.
While the 9-speed automatic gearbox will be exclusive to the 4x4 version, the 4x2 version of the Meridian will also be offered with the option of a 6-speed manual gearbox. We only got to drive the automatic versions and gear changes are smooth and quick. The engine itself feels smoother and NVH levels have improved, also thanks to the Meridian's enhanced cabin insulation. Overall power delivery is very linear and strong bottom end grunt is a distinct highlight. The linear delivery helps in covering distances quickly on the road, while the strong low end grunt helps when driving off tarmac, as I found out during our grueling off-road sessions. The combination of the 2-liter diesel engine coupled with the 9-speed automatic gearbox is thus an ideal combination, something we have seen on the Compass before as well.
This is a Jeep, and of course that means that hardcore off-roading is a part of its DNA, and the Meridian has been equipped with the kind of hardware and technology that's required to quite literally take it anywhere. It gets independent suspension at the front and rear both. You've got frequency selective damping, hydraulic rebound stoppers, and of course Jeep's own select terrain system.
In addition to all the tech and off-road specific features, the Meridian also boasts impressive approach, breakover and departure angles. Off tarmac it thus felt more like a hardcore, off-road ready SUV. It had no trouble in the articulation pits or climbing a set of stairs or even when going up steep inclines with its kind of setup, while the 203mm ground clearance added to my confidence. The Meridian is also equipped with a 4x4 low ratio, but I did not need to switch to 4 low on most of the obstacles despite running on stock tires, and the Meridian was also perfectly at ease going through a water pit. In fact, certain sections in the off-road course had me doubt whether the Meridian would be able to make it, but the SUV did make it through, very impressively, every single time. Our driving time on tarmac was limited, but it was enough to tell me the Meridian is very impressive on tarmac too. It feels very composed thanks to the monocoque chassis and well-tuned suspension, besides which body roll is also well controlled, hinting at the Meridian's likable manners as a comfortable SUV. The Compass has been very impressive of this front, and given that the Meridian is based on a modified version of the same platform with a longer wheelbase, only helps in making it feel better as a modern SUV that can straddle on-road and off-road duties with ease. The steering feels perfectly weighted and offers good feedback at all times, whether doing crawling speeds off tarmac or driving on a highway. The SUV boasts 82% localization and feels like a thoroughly modern SUV that feels solidly built, safe and engaging to drive.
The segment that the Meridian sits in, which is the full-size 7-seat premium SUV segment, is not only an important segment, it's also a very interesting one. Over the years, we've seen the Toyota Fortuner really dominate this segment and become one of the most popular names. Then there was the Ford Endeavour, which was truly popular as well and very impressive on-road and off-road as well. And the Skoda Kodiaq, which has truly impressed in terms of luxury and its car-like feel, but more of a road-biased SUV. Now the Meridian here, it really sort of seems to pick and choose and get everything, the best of everything that we've seen in the segment previously and make something of its own. So it feels very luxurious, feels premium, the build quality is really impressive, the powertrain is good, and of course it's a Jeep with that hardcore off-roading DNA. And that really helps it impress a lot. In terms of the pricing, well, the Compass range ends at about 31 lakh rupees ex-showroom, and this one I expect the Meridian to be priced rupees 33 lakhs ex-showroom onwards, which I think will be the right price and will really help it appeal to buyers as a full-size 7-seat premium SUV that can truly go anywhere.